Hello and welcome to Indus News. My name is Hamza Amjad, coming to you from our studios in Lahore. These are the top stories of this hour. US President Donald Trump has said that American military must remain in Iraq to keep a close eye on Iran. In an interview, Trump reaffirmed his determination to pull US troops out of endless wars in Syria and Afghanistan. Trump, however, did not rule out the possibility of redeployment of troops if there is a resurgence of militant groups. Meanwhile, Iraq's President Barham Saleh has said that no permission was sought by the US to monitor Iran. Next up, Pakistan has said India needs to accept its failure in suppressing the Kashmiri struggle for their right to self-determination. The Foreign Office said that the reality of sham Indian claim on Indian-occupied Kashmir was exposed on Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit. Speaking in the UK, Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said that Kashmiris are pursuing freedom struggle with enthusiasm. Qureshi said that Pakistan is striving hard to bring the human rights violations in Indian-occupied Kashmir before the world. Moving on, US President Donald Trump has said military intervention in Venezuela is an option which is under consideration. Responding to the threat, Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro warned that Trump would leave the White House stained with blood if he intervened militarily. In another development, Afghan politicians have said that the talks in Moscow are the first step towards an intra-Afghan dialogue. A joint statement by the Afghan politicians participating in talks said that they will defend national and democratic values in Moscow. It said that the Moscow meeting will be complementary to the US efforts for Afghan peace. Meanwhile, Taliban said that a 10-member delegation led by Abbas Thanakzai will attend the Moscow talks. Meanwhile, at least 16 Taliban fighters have been killed and 2 others wounded in military operations in southern Afghanistan. The Defense Ministry said that 8 Taliban fighters were killed in counterattacks in Zabul province, while 8 others were killed in Helmand airstrikes. Meanwhile, Taliban claimed that they blew up 2 government forces' armored vehicles, killing all personnel on board. And the third round of talks between Yemen's warring parties have entered their second day. Head of ceasefire monitors, retired Dutch General Patrick Kamet, is chairing the meeting on board a UN vessel off Yemen's coast. In a statement, the UN said that the negotiations were moving forward in a cordial and constructive manner. That was all for the moment. Thank you for watching Indus News. Stay with us.